Allen West, Florida Congressman Allen West, he's a Republican. There's this letter that's been leaked where he's asking his wife, his now wife, to be his porn star, and also demanding a number of different sex acts, which he considers to be non-negotiable. This is really funny. He lists a number of sex acts, which I won't go into detail here. He also orders her to wear only two-piece bathing suits. And it's a really bizarre letter. And you know, this is one of those things where I don't really care. You know, these are personal details we don't really need to know about. But at the same time, when they correlate so perfectly with West's public statements, which really indicate his attitude towards women leaves quite a bit to be desired, it's interesting to me to report on it and to think about that it's not an act, the fact that he seems to be so anti-woman. It's really part of his personal life, too.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't ever think for a second that someone who tries to publicly acts the way he does, that his home life would be any different.
Right.
I mean,
there's no indication that it would be. In the letter, he says that the standard and non-negotiable nature involves a number of certain sex acts. He says, Angela, I need to know. Are you committed to being my porn star? I don't want to hear no or we'll see about that. I want my fantasies to be with you. God has authorized you and you only as my partner for intimacy, and that's what I want. It's always incredible what people are able to convince others to do by saying it's what God would want. It's what God is indicating. Listen, God says you need to be my porn star. Now, of course, when it comes to television, God is very against nudity or sexuality of any kind, and it's very immoral and evil. But God also is involved in dictating which women should be my porn stars.
Mm-hmm. Yes, and God dictates that she make it nasty.
Right.
Yeah.
This guy's out of his mind, right?
Seems that way.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I would say so.
There's, you know, a few screws are loose.